Today, we're taking a deep dive into a communication pattern that's, well, surprisingly common, yet it can be incredibly damaging. We see it everywhere, right? Workplaces, even at home. We're calling it habitual rebuttal.
Habitual rebuttal.
Yeah, it's that subtle thing where conversations get cut short, maybe twisted a bit, and it quietly creates some serious friction in relationships.
Right.
What we've observed is that it really undermines trust. It can genuinely hold things back, whether you're, trying to collaborate on a project or just connect with your family.
So our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. We want to unpack why. Why do people fall into this habit? And, maybe more importantly, equip you with some strategies.
Exactly. How to navigate it, or maybe even break free from it yourself.
Okay, let's get into it. Maybe start with an example.
Good idea.
Picture this. Team meeting. You've got Sarah, maybe a bit more junior. She proposes this really innovative solution.
Okay.
But before she can even really flesh it out, David, a more senior colleague, just jumps in.
I think I know where this is going. Yeah, I tried that years ago. It won't work. Instant shutdown. And what we actually found later was Sarah's idea. Hugely successful when someone else finally picked it up. David's credibility, though.
Took a hit. Yeah, that sounds familiar. We see that dynamic a lot.
So what's going on there, psychologically?
Well, our research points to about 4 core drivers behind this kind of behavior. The first one is basically self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yeah. It appears that when our brain perceives a differing opinion as some kind of threat, that primal fight response gets triggered. It can kind of dampen rational thought. So people negate others sometimes just to, protect their own internal balance.
Or maybe protect some outdated professional pride.
Exactly, that too. It's almost a gut reaction.
Okay, so that's one. What's next?
Then there's cognitive inertia. It's interesting. Encountering information that clashes with what you already believe, that can cause genuine discomfort.
Like mental effort is required.
Right. So habitual rebuttal becomes this quick way to just avoid processing new ideas. It keeps your thinking in a comfortable, maybe kind of limited zone, conserves cognitive energy.
Avoid the hard work.
Yeah.
Got it. Number 3.
Number 3 is what we call the power illusion.
Power illusion.
Yeah, evidence points to a little dopamine release when someone successfully rebuts another person. It creates this fleeting kind of false sense of victory.
Ah, like a little reward.
Exactly. And that reinforces a feeling of superiority, maybe authority. We often see this in workplaces, manager-employee dynamics, or even within families.
That makes sense. A short-term chemical reward for shutting someone down.
Pretty much.
Okay, and the last piece. The 4th driver.
The 4th one is the self-validation impulse. This is often about an intense need to prove one's self-worth.
How so?
Well, these individuals might interpret differing views almost as personal attacks.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems to be just a manifestation of maybe a fear of being ignored, a desire to just assert their presence, maybe stemming from deeper emotional needs. It's less about the idea itself and more about, proving they matter.
Wow. Okay, so those are the drivers. Understanding all that, what does this mean for us, for you listening? How can we actually interrupt this automatic response?
Great question. The first step is something we call a physiological pause.
Physiological pause.
Yeah.
Sounds simple.
It is, conceptually. When someone else is speaking, you consciously resist that urge to jump in, to interrupt. Doesn't matter if you agree or disagree. Just pause, breathe, listen.
Just hold back for a second.
Exactly. Then there's the cognitive shift. Our investigation suggests really moving away from rigid either-or thinking.
Black and white thinking.
Right. So instead of immediately judging a view as wrong, try reframing it internally like, okay, parts of this might be reasonable.
Okay.
And similarly, shift your internal monologue from they're criticizing me to something more like they're just sharing a perspective.
That reframing feels like a really critical turning point. Changing how you see the input.
It truly is. And finally, there's intent identification.
Meaning?
Listen deeper. Try to uncover the real underlying needs or maybe the emotional drivers behind what the other person is saying.
Even if you think they're totally off base.
Especially then. Our findings show that even if you believe their view is mistaken, understanding why they hold it can completely transform the interaction. We saw this with a colleague. Let's call her Jessica. She dealt with a really difficult client not by arguing point by point.
Which would be the rebuttal habit.
Right. But by actually understanding the client's core needs first, then she could explain the complex stuff simply and effectively. It worked.
So just to be clear, this isn't about just rolling over and agreeing with everything or abandoning your own stance.
Not at all.
It's more about creating a more open space, right, for different ideas to actually be heard and figuring out what is right together, maybe, not just proving you are right.
You've got it. It's about fostering genuine understanding. And maybe here's a final thought for you to consider as you go about your day. True maturity often means finding that you have fewer and fewer people you actually feel the need to oppose.
That's a powerful thought. It really highlights how our communication habits shape our world, doesn't it? Shifting from that default confrontation to really listening to understanding feels like that could transform so many strained interactions into genuinely enriching connections.
Absolutely. For everyone involved.
Really valuable stuff. Thanks for breaking that down.